everybody, and welcome to another page in our little accordion book that we're doing in the style of shabby chic. And we've got 2 pages done so far, and they look very, very pretty and quite shabby, I think. This one in particular with all the pearls and the lace and everything. And today I'm going to do this page. And it is going to be shabby chic, definitely, but it's going to be more kind of mixed media. I don't know why at the moment I'm just in a mixed media phase, so bear with. Hopefully this will turn out okay. And what we need first of all is a piece of card to go on there, and we'll build the page on here on the purple card, and then we'll stick it on when we are finished. So we'll pop our little accordion book away, keep it safe from splatters and stuff, and we'll work onto here. So this is, as you can see, it's just a purple, it's quite thin card actually, but it's fine for what we want. Right, first thing we need is some lace, and this is beautiful lace, and it's just a sort of winter white, I would say, which is the right way up, that way. So I just want to put that on the page, just with the peaks of the lace sticking over the edge. So let's get some Fabri-Tac down. Let's hope it's going to behave itself today. Oh yeah, it's behaving. Glue's coming out, that's all you can ask for. There we go. Stick this, as I said, just with the points coming off the page. Quite like that look. Let's just turn it over and see if it's straight. Near enough, I think. Just pull that back a little bit. Right, there we are. So now we can cut. I would recommend, if you're doing this, that you leave this till it's dry before you go cutting your excess off, because it does tend to pull in a little bit unless you're very careful. But we haven't got time for such things, so we'll just chop it off. There we go. And I just want the same on the other side. Wow, I must say my Fabri-Tac's behaving today. That's most unlike it. I've had so many problems with it. Nearly threw it out once, but I didn't. There we go. It thinks it's ice skating. Right, so I want the same here. Just the points just sticking out. And pull that down. Oh, it's kind of stuck now, so I'll leave it. I think that's okay. Looks okay. Let's press that down. I'm just going to get my Timmy towel, give it a good press down, and try and pick up any of that excess glue that you can see through the holes. You won't see it eventually, but so let's trim this off to where it needs to be. Right there. You don't need to be megally exact. It's a mixed media project, and they tend to be more sort of loose projects. Maybe that's why I like them. Let's just get rid of that. Right, so there we are. We've got that. So the next thing to do is, right, I've spoken to you about this before. It's gauze, but what I buy is bandage. I buy a gauze bandage from the pharmacy and dye it myself. So this is, well, I couldn't find the bandage this morning. So this, when I found it, was grey. So I've dyed it again myself. And what I used was spray stains. You could use your ink pads, either, whatever. And I just put a mix of these two down and just dabbed this into it. Kept moistening it with just water and scrumpling it up until it was all coloured. And this is what I've ended up with. So it's not a kind of uniform colour, which I like. There's lighter bits and darker bits, and that's fine. So we don't need all of this. I've coloured it all, but we don't need it all. So I'm just going to cut that down there, pop that away for another day. Quite like this tail end bit here, but I just want to kind of distress the edges. I don't want them too regular. I think we've got too much, but rather too much than too little. So I just want to pull these edges out, and they will fray really, really nicely, which is good. Just takes a minute, but it's worth it. So we've got it looking quite distressed. I'm gonna cut this edge off because I can't get it to flatten out, and I don't want that. So you don't need to be too careful about this. And I'm sure I've got too much. I'll just throw that away. I can't see a use for it immediately. So yeah, just be quite brutal with it. Pull it around a bit. And let's see. So that's going to kind of go in the middle, but we're going to scrunch it up. That's the plan. So let's get the Fabri-Tac out again. Put some glue down the middle here. And then over onto the edge of the lace. A fair bit, so maybe, you know, good ½ inch over onto the lace. That looks like it hasn't got any glue on it at all. Let's try that. So just pop your gauze on, but keep sort of creasing it up, you know, puckering it up, so it's not lying flat at all. And we can come in with scissors at a later date, like in a minute, that much of a later date, and trim off anything that we think we don't want. Right, there we are. Okay, well, I don't need all this at the bottom, definitely not, and there's a bit that's sort of wrinkled up there that I don't need either, so let's cut that off. Let's be quite brutal about this. And I've got too much over here, but I don't want the edges to look like I've just cut them off. That's all right, I think. Oh no, maybe this bit up here. There we go. Right, I think we're all right with that. You can see it's a nice little bit of gauze there. And the next thing that goes on is this fabric. Now this is just cream coloured calico, and I dyed it in exactly the same way as I dyed the gauze, which I've shown you a million times, so I'm not going to show you again because you just get bored with me. So I'm just going to put that on slightly off centre like that, and then when we've got it on we can trim it up to size. So I tore it from the fabric that I had, so I'd get some nice frayed edges. Then I dyed it, and I tried to fray it a little bit more. So there we are. Let's see what that looks like. Got quite a lot of glue on here, so I'm thinking it's probably going to come through. And I don't want it really flat either, which is why I cut it slightly longer than the project. Like that. Yeah, that's fine. Just wrinkled up a little bit like that. And I'm pleased the glue hasn't really come through. That's marvellous. Marvellous. Right, let's put the lid on that for a minute while we think about the next thing. And the next thing is just a little bit of delicate lace over this fabric, just so it's not a block of lace. Now, I have got these flowers that were kindly gifted to me. I'm pretty sure it was Carrie that sent them, and they're gorgeous. And I've been hoarding them. Oh dear, we're terrible, aren't we, for hoarding things? But this is, you know, I mean, it's just beautiful for there, isn't it? Really is. I love those. I love them so much. Question is, oh, let's glue that down. And that. You will see as you go along you've got bits that just have refused to stick, so just glue them down. I think we've got different sized ones as well. Oh, and look at that. Oh, how pretty is that? Oh, it's gorgeous. I think it goes that way. That's really, really nice. Oh, and I've got another one as well that I could put up there. Yeah, like that. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, there's some glorious ones. And then there's some smaller ones as well. 2 different types of smaller ones. Let's remove these for the moment. What would that look like with smaller ones? I want to keep them to the edge because there's something else going on. And what's going on is a piece of corrugated card. Yeah, lost my marbles. It's just corrugated card, and I've tried to pull out the, you know, the paper that goes on the top of it, so you can see the fact that it's corrugated. But it's not always that easy, is it, to get that off? But we'll try. It doesn't matter really, it just makes it look more shabby, but I like the look of the corrugated. There we go. So let's get these little bits off here before the Fabri-Tac sticks them down, because you know that would just be like the thing. So if I put that there like that, what about these little flowers? Like them. What about these if I were to put these there? Oh, they're just so gorgeous. They really are, really like those. And my only other alternative is the large ones. So let's just audition. I do like that so much. And I've got this one as well, which is slightly different. You could use a piece of lace. If you've got a piece of white delicate lace, that would do perfectly. I like that. Yeah, like that. Like that a lot. I think we've made our decision. I don't know where she got these flowers from, but they are absolutely beautiful. And I can understand why I was holding them, because they're gorgeous. Right, so let's stick those flowers on there then. I think is the way forward. So I'm just going to stick them down the centre, then I can always come back and stick them where they need stuck. I'm just going to get my Timmy towel because it wants to stick to my hands. Right, that's that. So that's going there, like that, and this one's going over this side. I wonder if I could get that to come over both sides. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm just going to leave that there, fold it back, run some glue down there. Yeah, now my Fabri-Tac's returning to type. It's been a pain. So let's stick that down there. Okay. So I'm probably going to have to come back and stick the edges in, but we'll see once I've got the card on. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. I like it. Right. I could use Fabri-Tac. I'm falling out with it, so I'm going to use my tiny attacher. And just, does it want to go far enough? Yes. Just stick a staple there. So turn it around, might be easier. I don't know what it's getting caught on there. Right. That second one didn't go through for some reason, so that's it. That one did. Right, so that's it. It's on there. It's on there now. It's stuck. So the next thing to do is decorate it. Decorate it. So I've looked at some white flowers. I've got these small bunches of little lilac-y sort of purpley flowers that I thought I maybe could stick in between them. And also some leaves. And I've got these leaves from another flower pack actually, but it doesn't matter. They're pretty much all the same. They all come from Hobbycraft. So let's tip those out and let's get sticking some flowers on. They seem to come in two different shapes. There's that one and this one. I don't know how many I need, possibly 3. I'll say 3. I might just need 2. I think 2 looks nicer actually. Like that, and you can still see the corrugated card. I'm just wondering whether I should gesso that. I should have done a trial run, shouldn't I really? Because there's a lot of wondering going on here. The other thing that I wanted to do, if you watch the live, if you hear that, it's the cat. He's going a bit bonkers, chasing a pop bottle or soda bottle lid around the place. One of his most favourite toys. And they're kind of cheap, so that's great. But Mr. F yesterday had lost something, and he thought it might be under one of the drawers that I've got behind me. So he took out the bottom drawer to see, you know, what he could see. And underneath the bottom drawer was 17 soda bottle tops. 17. So yeah, he likes them. Right, so I've got that on there. I'm just wondering 2 things. One, I mean, it looks pretty, doesn't it? I think it looks pretty. One, after the live on Sunday, if we can actually dye these pearls with alcohol ink. I haven't got a purple. I've got very few alcohol ink colours actually, because it's not something I do very often. But I have got this one that's called Thistle. Colour Solution Artist Grade Alcohol Ink Thistle. It looks like it might be purple. I don't know if you have to shake these up or what you do with them really. So I'm just going to get a little paintbrush. I don't even know if this is how you're supposed to put it on. Honestly, I'm a bit of a mutt when it comes to this. So I'm just going to put that on. Oh, it looks purple though. Put that over some of these pearls and see if I can get it all over them. I think it was Nancy O'Rourke that asked about, could you do this? And thank you so much, Nancy. Yes, you can. And they look fabulous, I think. Because they're still kind of pearlescent from the pearls. It does dry really quickly, so work fast. I don't want too many of them, but yeah, I mean, that's drying now already, so I don't know how I'm going to get it off my messy mat, but we'll worry about that later. See if I can get any more. No, that's dry. It's pretty much dry. So what we've got's what we've got. But they look nice, don't they? Right, so put the lid on that, otherwise it'll evaporate. Chop these ones off. There. Those are the purple ones. Woohoo! Put those away and let's see if I can get this off. I don't imagine that water brings it off because it's alcohol. So I might have to pause and clean my messy mat with something. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's because the messy mat is so good, it repels everything. Thank you once again, Nancy, Fancy Nancy, for my messy mat. Oh, look at that. I feel like there's a bit of wastage involved here, but never mind. Right, there we are. Okay, put that away. So we've got this with the two flowers on. We've got leaves. Is this dry now? Yeah. We've got these beautiful pearls. Honestly, they're gorgeous. I was thinking I could make loops with them, but I think that might not work. No, I think we just need to bring some out. Yeah, let's build it up, guys. Let's build up what we're going to do. Don't want one at the top, possibly. Want one at the bottom? I don't know. Let's have a look and see. No, that looks a bit contrived. Let's get these out and see if they actually work for what I want them to work for. They might. Then again, they might not. They're like little bunches, and I don't know how you're getting that. Ah, there. Yeah, they're like little bunches, and I'm not sure that's exactly what I want, but they were purple and they were flowers, so I thought let's give them a go. Once again, they're from Hobbycraft. So let's just see. Will they stick into there? It's a bit squished, that one, actually, to be honest. So would that go into there like that? Yeah, I think it might. I think it might be all right. And this one, let's try this one up here. So I kind of have these pearls sort of half stuck there now. So I'm just going to cut them off there. And I'm going to bring some to the top. Like that. Just cut them off there. Does that look all right? I don't know. You can't really see the pearls, I don't think. That's at a weird angle. Let's put that like that. I think it's all right. I think it's okay. Not so sure about the pearls, but I do want to use them. I've made them, so I'm going to use them. And maybe another little purple bouquet down here. Yeah, quite like that. That looks all right to me. What do you think? Think that looks all right? Quite like it. Okay, let's see if we can glue this on in any sort of order and still get it to look like it looks like. So I'm going to take that white flower out. Right, one of the first things then is these pearls. Now Judy says she uses art glitter glue for hers and they stick. So let's try art glitter glue. See what happens. Ooh, I've got very drippy art glitter glue. Let's just pop that there, coming up there like that. I think that's fine. Got something stuck on it. There we are. So just press that firmly down. Should be okay. And that leaf's coming off there. My art glitter glue is really not happy with life. So let's just pop that there. hold it for a moment. Hopefully it should be all right. This is on a sort of, yeah, it's on a sticky pad like that. Just sort of want these, glue. Pop them there, like that. I'm going to get my Timmy towel out because strange things are afoot in the land of glue. There we are. So the next thing I think is the pearls. That we sort of want coming down here, I think. Over that corrugated card. It's going to be a bit tricky to get it to stick, but we'll try our best. Then what happens? Then it's another one of these, isn't it, I think? I think that goes there. Let's fold all the flowers to the front. We don't need any looking to the back. That's nice, lovely. So I am just going to stick on that pad because it seems quite sticky to me. So I want that about there, I think. Be interesting when we put the flowers on whether they're right or wrong. It would be something like right. Right, that's that. Then this leaf goes over there. Put it at a sort of an angle. I can't remember the angle that it was at, but I think it was probably something like that. Right, so if that's all of that, when we put that on, is that going to look right? Yeah, I think it probably is, actually. Excellent, so let's move down to the bottom sector. So we've got the pearls to go on first. Oh my goodness me. There we go. These don't bend, they're quite rigid, but we can make them bend. So I'm just going to get them stuck on first, and then we'll worry about bending them and shaping them and looking a bit more kind of natural than they do presently. I think, oh, go on, just stick. Stick, you know you want to. Oh yeah, we've got another one of these, haven't we? Quite like these little purple flowers, little bunches. I think they're nice. Which I must have thought when I bought them. I mean, you don't buy things that you think look horrible. I'll put that there. I'm not trying to cover up all of the corrugated card. You know, I'd quite like to see some of it. And this, that's kind of going there, isn't it? So I want that to come down here. I think that is correct. Let's stick it on. I've got more leaves and I've got more flowers, so if it doesn't look right, we've got plenty. I've even got more coloured pearls to use if I wanted to. Let's stick that down there. Right, so that's going to go there, which I think looks nice. And this is going to go there. Need a bit of an angle. And I might need another leaf in there, we'll see. So what does that look like? Too straight. They need to be more like that. Yeah. Okay, now let's deal with these pearls. Let's hope these ones have dried a little bit. Now on the pearls there's two sort of rows of thread that hold the pearls in place, which makes it difficult to bend them. But if you just snip one, let's work out which way we want this to go. Possibly that way. So I'm just going to snip one of the threads the way I want it to fold, to bend. And it'll still have its integrity because it's still held by one, but it now means that you can bend it like that. So I'm going to stick that down. It does look much better when it's bent, I think. Right, so let's just bend that round and stick it down there. And hopefully it'll stick like that. This one, I don't dislike it where it is actually. And this hasn't stuck at all yet, so let's stick the flowers on. Before I stick them on, let's just check. Let's just do a check that we've got everything we want on there. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think so. Just want a bit more of an angle there between the flowers. I could put 3 on, but I quite want to see this card, so I'm going to leave that. The other thing that I could do is get either a little bit of the alcohol ink and just paint these little stamens in the middle. That might be quite nice. Should we try that? It'll either go right or wrong. So I'm going to have to be pretty snappy about it. Let's just try 1 drop. And maybe just a little bit in the centre. Just so they look like they're part of the thing, not an afterthought. My alcohol ink's drying up. I'm going to have to put another drop out. Put the lid on it. Work pretty sharpish. Just try and get into those sort of middly bits of the flower. Oh, my alcohol ink has dried up. But that's alright, that's fine, that's kind of what we wanted. Oh, now I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself from going around the whole thing and just putting little bits of purple on it. So that's going to go there. So should I do the same thing to this one? Probably. Woo, hello. 1 drop. 1 drop is definitely enough. It's pretty potent stuff, this, isn't it? I'm going to have to look into alcohol inks, I think, because I've never looked at them before. As I was saying on the live on Sunday, I've never looked at them because I've thought to myself, if I do and I really like them, then I'll want lots of colours, and that's just a load of money. So I've purposely not looked at them to save myself that. And I'm not saying that you need alcohol inks for this, you don't. You could do this in acrylic, watercolour, spray stain, anything you like. So there we are. Yeah, I quite like those now. Wow, they look really nice actually. Yeah, I think that's okay. Like that, like that, like that. Okay, so let's just get rid of this because otherwise it's going to reappear somewhere we don't want it. Lovely. Right, so I'm going to stick that down there. I think that's all right. Maybe coming down a little bit would be nicer. Yeah, I'm just going to nick that there. And just fold that down just a touch. Just give it a bit of movement. Oh, I like it. Lovely. And this one probably the same, just to allow it to fit into the space we've got, really, more than anything. Bobby spied something he needs to tell us about. Let's see if I can see what it is. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It is very, very windy here, and things are blowing around. That doesn't want to stick there. I don't know why. I don't know why that doesn't want to stick. Let me just stick my finger on it for a sec. So that's pretty much it, apart from sticking the actual flowers on. We could go in onto the card and put little bits of white gesso. I don't think it needs it. Or do I? Oh, now I've talked myself into white gesso. Yeah, let's do a little bit of white gesso. Oh dear, this is going to be the shortest video in the land. And then it turned out not to be. What a shocker. Oh, lovely. Oh, horrible, horrible. All the crumbly bits inside my lid. Right, so let's use this brush. Not the best brush in the world. Might even have some, yeah, it's got some colour on, so we'll forget that. Let's get another brush. Find one that's not too, this one's a cheapie, came with something, set of something. So you don't want masses on for sure. But you just want to just dry brush things. And dry brush is just when you've got hardly any medium on your brush. Next to nothing. But enough to just leave that mark, excuse me, that you can see there. So I'll do this down the bottom as well, because I think you can see that bit. And just blends it all in so nicely. And I'm just going to put a bit on that cloth fabric there. Because it's just altogether too even for my liking. Dab it off onto a towel so it's very dry. Just pop a little bit there and it'll just look so much more interesting. Okay, yeah, like that. Glad we did that. Excellent. So, yeah, it's a whole other step, isn't it? And you really don't have to do it. Just, I wanted to. Right, so that's going there. This is going there. Let's get them stuck on. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so what am I going to use for this? I think I'll use Fabri-Tac because the flowers, although they're paper, they have got a sort of textile feel to them. And Fabri-Tac will glue it if it's paper to paper or paper to card or whatever, or fabric. So I'm just going to use the Fabri-Tac quite copiously, as you can see. Stick that one down, and the other one. Just where looks best. There, I think there. I think there. Right, and that's it. This still hasn't stuck, but I will stick it and clip it when we've got it in the book. So let's move the carnage out of the way a little bit. I'll put the flowers and everything away after the video. I can't put my gesso away now, it just lives there. And we just want to put this into our little book, which is here. I think we've created a very pretty little thing. So let's open this up like that. This wants to go onto this page, like so. Bit of glue, Bob's your uncle. Yeah. I'm going to stick it on with Collal. Collal never lets me down, says she. It's going to come, you know, not stick, but I'm sticking onto grunge board, and I'm not really sure. Not overly sure about grunge board. I don't know what I'm trying to get off. Got the top off already. Silly woman. So I hope you give this a try. It's not difficult. There's just a few stages to it, and if you follow the stages bit by bit, you'll soon get there. And if you're anything like me, you'll have some paper flowers already. I haven't got that many at the moment. Read for that, I've still got too many, but yeah, if I go to Hobbycraft, I generally pick up a couple of bags of them. So I think that's about it there. Let's just turn it over and have a little look. Down a little bit there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's lovely. And because we've got the really thick hinges, it doesn't matter that we've built it up to be quite high. That's fine. That feels like it doesn't want to, it's not sticking. And when I looked at it, the back of it, I could only see one staple. So I'm going to see if I can get a staple in there. Maybe. I don't want to staple my flower. Did that work? No. I'll glue it. I think it's pretty solid anyway. So there we have it anyway. There is the page for today. It's kind of super pretty, I think. I love it. It's right up my street. It's just, yeah, prettiness overload. It's shabby, it's got pearls, it's got flowers, it's got lace. I don't see how you could say that isn't shabby. Not that you are saying that, I'm just saying, you know, it's, to me, that's just a lovely shabby chic page. And a nice page for our little journal. Coming together, isn't it? So I shall get my thinking cap on for next week, and we'll do another page in it. And, you know, gradually, page by page, we'll get this completed, and it'll be a lovely little thing, I think. I'm liking it. I'm liking it already. So thanks for joining me today. I'll see you all very soon, I hope. Have a go at it. You know, what have you got to lose? And I'll see you soon. Take care and be kind. Bye.